shirts, enamel pins. We got decals.
I'm ready for a decal.
Lee, Joe,
Elliott,
Steve, Lee, Joe,
Elliott,
Steve, Lee, Joe,
Elliott,
Steve, Joe,
Elliott,
Steve, Lee, Joe, Steve, Lee.
I love it. It all came together there at the end. Wait. There we go.
That was incredible.
Perfect. That was.
I love the whisper.
Yeah.
The whisper was the best bit.
I liked my part a lot. I like the Earl. I like how my name sounds like that.
Oh, is that? I couldn't make that out. That was Elliott.
Yeah.
I like the expulsion of a demon at the end. That was
Yeah.
great. Good
Welcome
times.
to the Valleycast, everybody. This is a very strange episode.
Already.
Can you? Yeah.
We're starting off here.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, Joe. I'm having a little bit of a hard
You're
time.
having a hard time hearing me? That might
Yeah,
be
bump you up. I want to hear you.
There
I want to
we
hear
go.
your voice.
I think I'm good.
Oh, that's
I think
nice.
that's good. Right?
That's
There we go.
amazing. Beautiful. Cool. Welcome to the Valleycast, everybody. This is a podcast from the Valleyfolk where myself, Joe Beretta, Lee Newton, and Steve Zaragoza each bring a topic to the table and we discuss it the entire time. And on this particular episode, we have a very special guest because Lee and Steve are both unavailable, and we can explain more of that in a little bit. But we have my housemate, one of my best friends in the world, someone who has written several books. He's a philosopher. He's a doctor of post-structural theory. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, yeah.
That's made up.
Sounds
and,
fake.
Yep.
Fake. Anybody can be a doctor if they make up words.
Exactly. And so we have Peter Rollins here, guys, and we do a podcast together called the Fundamentalists, which is really fun. And sometimes we have friends come on, and it's really nice, and they offer a fresh perspective and change the dynamic a little bit, and that's
Yeah.
nice.
Listen, it's lovely to be here. I've been excited about getting close to the Valleycast. I've had to catfish Elliott for the last 2 years just to get to
It's
this
worked.
room. Yeah.
Typical.
It's just great because he never Googles. If he
Yeah.
ever Googles me,
I will never Google.
yeah, that's good.
I will never
Yeah.
find you online.
My name is Melissa, and I'm a legal secretary from Maine.
But you're a Republican, so I'm going to
Yes.
save you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when Melissa tried to get into my life, I was like, no, that's a small Irishman. No way.
Yeah, I can tell right away.
That's not going to happen.
I know what that is.
So how many YouTubers, like, there's an apocalypse that nobody could do it? Like, how far down the list
Yeah.
did you have to go to get to me?
I think it was like
With my subscription base of 5,000 people?
Look, we're trying to hit those small
Pockets.
creators.
Yeah.
Well, it's those audiences that are really connected to their people, and your audience is very connected. So now we would like to steal them and offer them something that you do not, which is stupidity.
Substance. Yeah.
I try to offer it to them every episode of the Fundamentalists. They don't like it.
Like, what's this guy? Let's get rid of that YouTuber.
Yeah, but anyway, we just launched our pilot today. Should we talk about that?
Oh, yeah.
Joe?
We should, real quick. That intro was from
Yes.
Rashu Alvarez. I said your first name very wrong. Rashiu.
If you spell it out, I
Yeah.
can't. I hear
There you
it, but I can't.
Jacob Alvarez. It's from
Melissa.
That was very good. I think you did a lot of nice things with that, specifically saying our names over and over. I appreciated that. And I also liked the brevity. The brevity
Yeah,
was very
it was
nice.
nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
good.
that. I think 30 seconds is real good for anybody that wants to make one of our intros. And please do. And then submit it on SoundCloud or tweet it at us or whatever, and we'll try and use them. So
Yep.
thank you.
Beautiful.
How was your
Oh.
VidCon? Because we haven't talked
Yeah, I wanna
about
hear about that.
since. And he
Yeah.
Well,
probably
I
want to know what it is.
I've heard, I've heard a little bit from Elliott, but it sounds like mostly drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of drinking, a lot of fun, really good. Like, there's a thing that happens where like we talk a lot of crap on ourselves about being older and not being like fresh in the world anymore, in the YouTube world. I really didn't feel that way though. I felt like we took an escape pod out of a ship and we shot out of the ship, and we still have life and vibrancy. We're just in a smaller ship that's still scooting around the galaxy.
Insulation inside of our escape pod is comprised of other YouTubers that we love and are of similar age and have been around for the same amount of time. So we're
Yeah.
all escaping together.
Yeah, but I felt very good about it. I mean, we had a bunch of people show up to the Q&A. We had a bunch of people show up to the meet and greet and the panels and everything. And the panels I thought were really good, like at least the ones that me and Lee were on. We did one called Laugh It Up, where it was just on comedy and on like news comedy specifically, and I got to meet some cool people. There was a stand-up show Saturday night that was really great, and a ton of people came to that, and that's always really cool because people don't show up necessarily because they know, Valleyfolk or SourceFed or whatever. They show up because they like want to see a stand-up show, which is neat.
You had some people come up to you and comment on the Fundamentalist as well.
A lot, yeah.
That's nice.
Just very
People
nice.
people do
wow.
listen to it apparently.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, we should get better equipment, like this equipment.
I know.
Why do we not have any of this stuff? Like genuinely, because you know what you're doing. Maybe you don't. Was this Steve and
Oh, this is
Joe
all
and
Steve,
Lee?
dude. I won't have a
yeah.
clue. But I think we can figure it out. I think we can get braces. Like this is a separate conversation. But if we're gonna dive into it, I think the coffee table can hold this type of microphone. But we'll figure that out at some point. I can order something off of B&H. But anyway, let's dive right in. Pete, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, please.
Okay. My name's Pete. I am Elliott Morgan's housemate, and
There's more to you than that. Don't.
Is that right?
Yeah, there's so much more.
Yeah, you don't need to lead with
Yeah,
that.
don't.
Yeah, things got bad in my life
I'm
at a low
struggling.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a writer and I'm a speaker, and yeah, that's
What do you?
me.
What do you write? What do you speak about?
Yeah, please.
Oh, I'm interested in how we unpick ourselves from unhealthy, self-destructive behaviors. So a lot of my work is about the human psyche. I use psychoanalysis, and I look at how do we get ourselves out of unhealthy religious or political or cultural ideas.
That's fun.
There you
Great
go.
answer.
No.
That was a very good elevator pitch.
That's my elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Belfast, in Little Rock, Arkansas.
I mean-
No, in Northern Ireland.
good,
Yeah.
Is that a
Good.
neighborhood in Little Rock?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
In Little Rock, Arkansas.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
I'm going to start. I'm going to Florida tomorrow. I'm really excited about it. I go to Florida every year around this time. I find it to be very peaceful and spiritually satisfying experience because I go and I drink and I hang out with my family. There's always some kind of weirdness, or not weirdness, but there's like there's political differences in my particular family, and so that year after year gets very interesting to see how everybody's kind
The
of
gap is widening a bit.
Yeah.
Every time you go back, every time you go home after like college starts and you start going home, and it's first it's a warm welcome and everything's familiar, but things start to change, not just politically, but like every time
Yeah.
you go back once a year, once every couple of years, it's like, oh, there's less people I know. This is less
Yeah.
familiar. Oh no, this isn't my home. And then you're officially a visitor, and that's kind of weird, being an
Yep.
alien in the place that you grew up.
I absolutely feel like a visitor when I go to, specifically Lakeland, Florida. I feel like a visitor. You're very right. But I feel like when I go to the beach, it still feels a little bit like home, but that's just because the beach itself feels very like I have that Florida boy thing in me. But I'm really excited about it. I'm pumped. But I have to fly Spirit Airlines, which I just found out they don't have mobile boarding passes, and I had to pay like $100 to register a carry-on.
Yeah.
Oh
heard
yeah,
about this?
yeah.
all of
yeah.
these friggin' airlines are
It's
pulling some crap.
Insane. And this airline, I'm terrified. I'm a little scared. I think it's going to be a bad experience. Apparently, there's no internet, like at all. Like
That's
you
gonna
can't
be
even
tough.
buy Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I know this is all very like.
But that's the
I hear
ticket. The ticket
myself.
costs about what $1 or something.
Yeah, it's very
yeah.
cheap.
So that's
That's how they get
yeah,
you. But
yeah.
anyway, I'm really excited. And so the subject then is vacations, traveling home, as Joe just said. What do you guys think about it? How you doing over there, Joe?
Do you mean vacations in general? They're enjoyable. I don't do them enough. Because I have found over the last couple of years that I'm just not a planner, and I married another non-planner, so we're really, really bad about putting time aside that is in the far or near future. And almost every vacation is something that we stumble into. And we jump on those opportunities, but god dang, I wish I could plan even a month out.
Yeah.
My life would be enriched.
Yeah, yeah. That's a very interesting thing to hear you talk about.
Yeah, it sucks. It's
Yeah.
not fun, and it's something that I learned. I think it's a habit that I learned in high school. I was always a good student, and I got great grades, but I didn't do anything until the night before. If it was a term paper, it was getting done 8 p.m. The day before it was due, and I would turn it in after staying up till 4 in the morning. And that's how I've kind of done everything. It's a bad habit, but I also think it fosters creativity in a pressure moment, and that's when I tend to work best.
Yeah.
weird. That went from vacations to that.
Oh, that's interesting.
I do the same as you, by the way. I don't vacation except going home.
Yeah.
Like going home is my holiday. We say holiday, and so Belfast is basically the only place I go.
Yeah.
Because Los Angeles feels like a holiday. I've been here 3 years, but it's still like you got everything. You got the sun, you got the beach. So
Yeah, I love it.
yeah.
It does feel that way. I always feel like I can have a staycation here if I want to, but
So when you go home to Florida,
Yeah.
you go drink, you go find your favorite beach to
Yeah.
find, maybe there's a lake, because I know you grew up around a lake, I don't know. But you find water and then you relax. That's your thing.
yeah, like I stay basically it's my whole family. I guess I should explain a little bit more. It's really cool. I don't know if many families do this, but like my entire extended family basically has different timeshares, like not different timeshares, it's all the same time, but different shares in this complex, and they've had it since I was like before I can remember, since I was like a year old. And so growing up my entire life, once a year I would go with like my cousins and my aunts and my uncles, my grandparents sometimes, and we all just congregate in this one place, and it's directly on the beach. So like you wake up, you put your swimsuit on and you go out to the beach, and your entire family's out there, and they're having beers, and they're playing volleyball or whatever, and you go into the ocean, you swim around, and then you eat a sandwich and you go out to eat. It's like the best. It's so fun. Yeah. And it's just I get so excited about it, and now I like have my own little like area that I get to stay in. But there's something about like showing. It's also they're like condos. They're not like hotel rooms. Like you go in, there's a kitchen, and
it's a home that you don't feel like you're renting out for,
exactly
for a little bit.
Because every year it's the same. You have the same place, and then I go in and I like go. There's a fridge, and I stock it with like my comfort. What does your girlfriend say about it? Regression session. I have a regression session where I buy a bunch of Yoo-hoos and stock the fridge with junk food and become a 12-year-old, and it's really nice.
I mean, you also like you're so close to your family. Like this is you go back, you do family thing. Do you hang out with old friends? Do you?
Sometimes, yeah. If the friends, because it's about an hour away from my hometown, but sometimes they come out and visit. Yeah, they might do
so
that.
this is more family oriented. That's healthy, because when I go home, and I think both are healthy, so I don't want to say that the other side is not, but like I'll do family stuff, but I'll also find the friends that are still frequenting the area, and I'll spend time with them as well. But your vacation is very family, very family oriented.
Very family, to the point of like around the fourth day, it's like just want to.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you a question that might have a boring answer, but I'm interested. Is there a difference? Do you feel an inherent separation, juxtaposition between hanging out on a beach in the East Coast and hanging out on a beach on the West Coast? Is there different beach life, different beach culture?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Let me tell you about that, Joe. I did it. Yeah. Here's what happens. Peaches out here are juicy and delicious. They are very corporate, very like West Coast beaches are totally different. You don't go swimming in the water. It's polluted as crap. It's not as pretty. The sunsets aren't as good. However, in Florida, there's a like almost a pirate culture because it's next to the Caribbean, and so the beach culture is infused with just like so much more wildlife and like muckiness, and like there's like a grittiness to it that is so much better than out here. The sand is whiter, it's cleaner, the water is like crystal clear. It's unbelievably beautiful. And then when the sun sets, you're like, oh, this is the most amazing thing in the world, because there's like more clouds in the sky. It's amazing.
Dude, I can't wait for the West Coast beach enthusiasts to just rail you.
Come at me. We have a sponsor.
Yes!
Whoa!
Yes!
And we're back.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our first sponsor on this particular episode is the lovely folks at Vincero, which is the watches Joe and I are currently wearing. Pete does not have any bestowed upon his wrist, but that's okay. Pete could change that if he went to vincerowatches.com/valleycast06.
I'll do that right now.
Please do it.
As soon as this is over.
When you're done,
Yeah, when you're done. Until then, let me explain a little bit more about Vincero watches to you, Pete, if you don't mind. Here's the deal. Their goal is to create compelling luxury timepieces with impeccable craftsmanship to inspire as many people as possible to elevate their game and ultimately live their legacy. It's very epic.
Yeah.
I like the epicness of it.
That's like a family crest, but with words.
Yes. Here's the deal, guys. At Vincero, they learned that luxury is a process. It's not just about the specs. It's not about the price. And it's not a marketing term to be thrown around. It's about attention to detail, okay? We're talking about a step-by-step rebellious confidence in the wearer. We're talking about a step-by-step process to craft every product. I combined two of the sentences. It is the process that separates Vincero from the competition. It is a belief that you, dear listener, deserve the best. They are not a minimalist design company. They were tired of cookie-cutter designs and mass-produced minimalist watches that have flooded the market. So they went with the fancy pants that you can actually afford. So they wanted to offer a watch that was able to stand out, get noticed, and set yourself apart, rather than conform to simple design, all at an accessible price. They have a distinct look. They have a distinct quality and a feel to them. This will get you. You'll get noticed by it. You'll get compliments on it. I've been in
Hey,
this.
Elliot, that's a nice watch.
Joe,
God dang, where'd you get that?
Oh, Joe, thank you so much. It's actually from VinceroWatches.com.
No
Valleycast 06.
Friggin' way.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
It's a really good watch, and it's super comfortable. And I did this like light tan thing with the white face because I'm trying to do like an old
Yes,
retro.
that's
feel.
that's very vintage. Yeah, I like
Thank
it.
you.
I like
You-
the look.
Your hand looks like the clock that I would find on a sailboat.
Yeah, it's very nautical.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I'm trying to go for like
I like that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. And there's something cool. We've talked about this a little bit, like fashion and all that, and like oh, this is the style that I like going toward, and it's nice when something fits organically into that.
Elliot will tell you I don't wear watches, but as soon as I got this watch, I haven't taken it off. I really do enjoy it. It makes me happy.
That is very true. Joe wears that watch all the time. So if you would like to check them out or just help out the podcast, the Valleycast, you can head on over to vincerowatches.com/Valleycast06. And if you enter the promo code Valleycast, you will get 15% off of your entire order. So they're already affordable, they're already high quality, and you get a little something shaved off, and it helps us help you.
Let us help you help your wrist.
Is there
so your
5
wrist can help
other
us.
Valleycast tags that you got Valleycast 06?
Yeah. All right, Pete, what do you got? Hit us with it.
Okay, well, no, I just thought because I'm from Ireland
Okay.
and I got a crazy accent, I thought I would bring to the table some Irish names and
Oh,
I would
yes.
see how you would pronounce them.
Oh, you're going to show us?
I'm going to show you a name from Ireland
this
and
is
I
great.
want you to, I
love
want
this.
to see how you get on.
Okay.
It says fuck you.
Oh, no. So,
No,
okay.
the concern is there's some of them I forget. So,
Oh, that's
so
hilarious.
that's,
They're
yeah.
so Irish that even you
Even
can't
I
say them.
forget
Yeah.
that they are.
Pete also says use guys a lot. So
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Pete's
Okay.
from Northern Ireland and Bronx.
So should we go back and forth? I'll say one and then you say the next
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay, great.
Okay. All right. So this one I'm going to say is Kaomi.
Wait, should you spell it first so that
I'm
people...
going to say it first. Kaomi.
Oh, okay.
Kaomi. Yep.
Kaomi. Like Naomi. That's what I'm going to go with. Kaomi. It's Caoimhe. Embarrass me, Pete.
Well, you know what? That's the one I forget. So I'm going to look at it in a second.
Wow, that's insane looking. Yeah, you're totally right, Joe.
That, yes, I'm going to have to look that one up.
You don't even
I don't even,
know.
I forget it. I just took them off the internet. I'm like, oh, I think I know all the other
What do
ones
you
and not the
think it
top
is?
one.
What do you think it is?
Kiva. I think it's Kiva.
Kiva?
Kiva.
Like a form of
I'm pretty
Kevin
sure
almost?
it's Kiva. Actually, what did you say?
Kaomi.
Kaomi. No, it's Kiva.
Caoimhe. That just looks
Kiva.
like when you're like Wheel of Fortune type stuff.
That seems like somebody didn't finish their alphabet soup.
Yeah.
Elliot, just if you didn't hear what we just said,
I
what do you
know.
think it would have been?
Oh, the same. Oh, I would have said Kaomi, yeah.
Kaomi.
Or Kaoimi. I mean, you can see there's an OI. It's fun. Neum, I would say. But you just said that was what? Kiovi?
Yeah. No, Kiva.
Kiva.
So this is the next one.
If that's an M,
I
makes
think
it a
you're right,
V.
Elliot. You should spell it first and then say it.
Okay, so this is Niamh. These words look like they're like from an elven language.
Yeah, it's like
Neve.
someone's just throwing letters together randomly.
Neve is what I'm saying.
Neve. You got Neve. That's perfect.
Really?
You
You
got it. You
did
got
it.
one right.
Yeah, you know why? Because you
Whoa.
said the M in Kaomi was pronounced like a V.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And then I guessed the E because it sounded, hey, Neve. It sounded Irish.
I am
Okay.
just going to embarrass myself this
Are you actually looking up?
I'm going to look
How to-
up how to pronounce Kaomi correctly.
Oh yeah. Oh, do you think I'm wrong?
No. You
No, I
just-
think it's
you-
Well, I
You
know.
just didn't have any.
You do know?
I think it's Kiva, but
Okay.
I maybe should double
Well,
check.
then I'm not going to do it. You just didn't say it with much confidence.
Well, yeah, yeah. I was
You didn't
nervous.
sell
I
it.
was
Or as
nervous.
somebody in Ireland would say confidence. Kufane.
Company.
God, I'm sorry. Please don't hate us. Okay, so this is
So the third one.
GRA with an accent. INNE. God dang it.
This is going to be good on the video. For the podcast, folks, just grab a piece of paper and write that down.
Grain. I don't know. What is it?
I like how
I'll tell you that
say
one.
it- yeah.
Grain. Granny. It's Granny.
This one is Grania.
Grania.
That's Grania.
Grania.
Grania, and it's
Grania.
G-R-
The next one, I think you can just give it a blast.
I'm assuming that's a girl's name.
Grania is.
Oh, thank God.
Not a huge fan of that name.
That
Sorry, all
is
you out there, Granier.
Shobin.
Shobin. That one
This
is.
is S-I-O-B-H-A.
That
Accent mark
one
A.
is.
S-I-O-B-H-A.
I love that you don't even know.
Yeah,
This is
that
great.
one. That one I'm going to have to look up.
So hold on. You're
Siobhan.
You're
It's Siobhan. It's
Siobhan.
Siobhan. It's
Siobhan.
Siobhan.
There we
Yeah.
go.
just so we're clear, your topic for the Valleycast was Irish words that maybe we wouldn't know how to say.
Because you didn't know how.
And you're like 1 for 2 on
Yeah.
it so far.
Yeah. I really should have looked them up
So
before I
just
did
so-
this.
So this is just 3 dudes guessing what some words are, basically. Guys, I have some pretty crazy news for you. We have another sponsor. Nice, good rhythm.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this particular sponsor comes to you from Me Undies, our good friends at Me Undies. I want you to take a moment. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to go to a quiet place. And I want you to think about your underwear. Okay, I know it's a little weird, but your first thought probably isn't, "Man, my underwear is awesome." If that's actually true, my underwear right now is not awesome. I'm not proud of it, and they're not Me Undies.
Did you put on some of those sad, like 2-year-old undies?
Yes,
That, like-
that look like a little skirt, little mini skirt, because they
Yeah.
flail out at the bottom.
Like it looks like they've been crying for about 15 minutes.
Look, I'm sorry, I feel like a 14-year-old boy right now. Anyway, this is exactly what I want to tell you guys about Me Undies. They are absolutely comfortable. They're awesome underwear, and they'll make you feel good from the moment you put them on. And when you feel good, here's the thing: anything is possible. Do you believe that, Pete? That if you feel good, anything's possible?
Anything's possible. With the right watch and the right undies.
Oh man, if
You're
we could insert
sorted.
like a Peter Rollins like 2-minute talk into this Me Undies reading. It's like, well, when you feel good, it's actually you're gonna.
Is that your Peter? Good job.
I'm working on it. Yeah,
Something for your pee-pee. You need something
Yeah,
good for your
something for
pee-pee.
pee-pee, yeah.
So
That's right.
Keep going.
that's how they say it.
Is your pee flailing in the wind? Cover it up with some Me undies.
Me undies. They are actually for your pee-pee. They're made from a material that is sustainably sourced from beechwood trees. Their naturally soft fiber makes a fabric that won't sag down or ride up because you want to stay right there in the middle. Trust me, guys. Once you put them on, you'll totally get what we're talking about. With Me Undies, you can get undies sent right to your door, which is there's something kind of
Yeah, man.
a little sexy about that.
Yeah.
No more hunting around for the perfect pair at a crowded store and eventually settling for something good enough. Remember
Yeah.
buying underwear
Don't do that.
at the store? That's terrible.
Yeah.
There's nothing good there. There's nothing fun. MeUndies is so sure you're going to love your first pair that if you're not happy, they'll do whatever they can to get you into the right pair. They will come to your house and physically put it on you if that's what it takes. They
Three
will cut
big
them
men.
off of you with using the jaws of life, and they will send 3 big men to your house to plant you inside of a fresh pair of MeUndies.
Plant you. Good word.
Thank you. I felt like it visually was stimulating. Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. We really do enjoy them. Everyone has them, except I, to be completely honest and transparent, have not had mine yet. I only have a pair because I've actually used MeUndies before.
I got mine, and they are incredibly comfortable.
And for a little bit extra money, Elliott will send you his used MeUndies directly to you, but that's for like $100 patrons. Is that right?
that's the
so
one.
That's a different product.
Okay.
It's his undies.
MeUndies, his undies. That's funny. Listen, here's the deal. We have a deal for the listeners of the Valleycast. First-time purchasers get 15% off their first pair of MeUndies and free shipping. That's 15% off plus free shipping and a guarantee that you and your MeUndies will be very happy together. You guys are going to really hand it off. You and your PP and MeUndies. So get your butt over.
Get your butt
Nice.
and your boy pee or your girl pee.
Yeah, get your butt over. Come on, guys. Get your butt over to MeUndies.com and treat yourself. So here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to go to MeUndies.com/Valley. That's MeUndies.com/Valley for 15% off your first pair, free shipping, 100% satisfaction guarantee.
I want to talk about phrases specifically because you said one and I can't even remember it now earlier.
I do remember what it is.
What'd
I
you
wouldn't
say?
want to say it.
It again. Say it
I'm
again.
not going to...
Oh, no. You're talking about something that you said off.
Oh, yes.
Off
Oh, right.
No, we're not going to do that.
Oh,
to you.
good.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's...
no.
Oh, wow.
We were talking about some inappropriate things before this camera got rolling.
Colloquialisms, is that the word I
Oh,
want to talk about?
colloquialisms, yeah.
Is that it? Am I
Yeah,
saying the right
that's
one?
nice, yeah.
I just want to know some of the cool phrases that you have specifically for sex, and we can branch off of that. that come from
I know what
from
phrase
your
you're talking about. that he
yeah
said.
yeah. What did he say?
He said soggy biscuit.
Soggy
'Cause
biscuit.
we were talking about I don't know, you
The
said some
rituals,
joke
you
about
know,
me
you,
taking-
you said about are we going to do the ritual?
Oh yeah, are we gonna do to freak Pete out before we start the podcast? I go, Joe, are we gonna do our custom pre-podcast ritual? And then Joe said, yes, Elliot, take out your wiener. And then Pete referred to a wiener as a soggy biscuit.
Well, no, soggy biscuit's something else.
What is? And that's what I want to talk about. I want to hear all these phrases.
No, that's
that
what I
I've never
was
heard.
referring to, because soggy biscuit's a game that you play.
Oh, what is the game? Soggy biscuit.
Well, is there an E on this?
No, yeah. We
Okay.
can say whatever.
Yeah, it does.
Because we could bring out our PPs.
yeah,
and-
let's begin.
You put a biscuit on a table.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on. Back up. What are we talking about, Pete? This is Dr. Peter Rollins, everyone. He's written over 7 books.
He influences a lot of people through his words.
I can't believe I'm talking about soggy biscuits.
I like it. Your face is turning red.
You brought this on to yourself, man. You can't just drop a soggy biscuit. It's not a soggy biscuit on the table. It's a normal biscuit on the table. And you're about to tell us how it gets soggy.
Yeah, and I can't wait to know how it gets soggy.
How does it
Pete.
get soggy, Peter?
You goddamn pervert.
Well, the 3 gentlemen.
Okay, so we're assuming there's only 3 people.
Yes, yeah, but there can be more. You can play this with there's
Any
no
number
limit.
of
Any
people
number of
can play
people.
soggy
Yeah.
biscuit.
All gentlemen.
Okay.
I
bet.
Yeah, they pleasure themselves.
Oh,
The men pleasure themselves.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I don't like this at all.
I know. You
We're
asked
not
me.
playing the game. We're just discussing it.
Yes. Well, the last person
Uh-huh. Oh,
to
no, I think I know.
that
where
has
this
to
is
eat the
going.
biscuit.
What?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I just spit all over you. That's disgusting.
That's not
Yeah.
how you play
Well, that's
soggy
why I was
biscuit. Don't
worried.
spit.
I know. I'm sorry. That's cheating. You're gonna play it right, Elliot, or you're gonna leave the party.
Oh boy.
We're not gonna invite
So
you
this
back
is
next
this is like a birthday party thing.
Yeah,
Is this what you
yeah,
do at birthday
we
parties
do it once a
in
year back home.
Belfast?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, like some families go see Christmas lights, some families sing carols, some families play soggy biscuit. Gross. Where did you hear that?
I don't
How
know.
did you learn that trash?
I don't know. It's a memory, like a repressed memory.
I bet it's in
Yeah.
a dark place.
Yeah.
For those who aren't aware, the reason Pete and I know each other is because I read his books, and I loved his books because I feel like they shed light on specifically Christianity, but religion as a whole in such a fresh and amazing light. And he's underselling himself right now, but he's actually an incredibly brilliant person and prolific, I would say, in many ways. And so to hear you talk about soggy biscuit now, so many years later, is
Harrowing.
it actually is kind of. It sounds about it. It all
traumatic.
checks out.
No.
It's like I wish I could be like, this is so crazy. Like I never thought that. But no, I like it. It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
It's
Well,
a
you-
natural turn of events.
You did this. You brought it up.
Yeah, I did, but you said it, and you tried to just let it
Yeah,
go
but this
away.
is on you, Pete.
This is your
That
fault.
is the moment he said it. Joe just goes, I know what I'm talking about. Joe,
Okay.
My favorite thing that you do, Joe, is you just like you'll be busy. There's someone going, and then every once in a while you'll hear something and you just go. No. And you'll have that kind of like, there's a thing that happens in your head where you're like, I see what's happening.
I wear like every emotion on my face, and it's very hard for me to hide it ever. And I think that when you see me get an idea, I'm like a freaking cartoon character that gets a light bulb over his head. You said soggy biscuit, and I was like, ding!
Yeah, I know.
My whole body just ticks for a second. So soggy biscuit, that's not where I was
That went
going.
that went to place you didn't expect.
But now I want to go to the other place.
Right.
What other fun phrases could you teach us that maybe are not commonplace here? And I'll try, Elliot. You'll be better at this too. If we have any that kind of spring to us that we can provide to you and kind of go back and forth. Does that sound fun? Like 2 rats fucking in a sock, like hotter than 2 mice having sex in a tube sock.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a Georgia phrase. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always hard to know because they're so. I use them all the
they
time,
just fall out.
but there are.
This is hard to do.
It's
I know.
hard to do, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Just give us 15, 20 minutes. No.
You say your guy.
You guys.
You say that
or
a
no,
lot.
Oh,
You say
your
yous
man.
guys and
Your
your
man.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Like we'll say your man, and then Americans generally go back. They're not my man. So if I say, you're Trump or somebody, go, oh, your man, and they're like, he's not my man.
It
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like your guy.
Your buddy,
Your-
your
yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done that to me before, where I'm like, what did I do to lead you to believe that I was a fan of that person? Like you'd be like, your man, Ray Romano, and I'm like, I have nothing against him, but he's not my man.
Who's Ray Romano?
Ray
You
Romano
kind of
is
look
just
like Ray Romano right now. Like you really do.
Really?
but like hipster Ray Romano.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
I will take that all day. I love Ray Romano.
Dab.
So
That
I
was
don't know
a
why you
bad
used to
Ray
mention-
Romano.
Well, why are you saying he's not your man then?
He's
I
kind of
was-
your man.
I kind of so for some reason in my head I was like, name a sitcom actor. I don't know why that was. Yeah, it was. I thought that would make for a unique example, but it didn't.
Any other things that you hear me say that are weird?
Yeah, you at night when you sleep, you kind of scream a lot.
Yeah, well,
the
yeah.
night terrors.
Yeah, that's the night terrors.
Something
yeah.
about oh God, why have you forsaken me?
Soggy biscuits, soggy biscuits.
Yeah. Don't be the last one.
Don't be the last one. Yeah.
So I'm the king of not being able to like recall things if I'm put on the spot.
Yeah.
Even thinking of a word in the middle of conversation now that I'm dying on the downward end of my life parabola. And my brain is dying.
You can't. That's not true.
Oh, it's very true, dude. I'll forget words. You can't look yet.
Oh, can't look. Okay.
So I'm bringing up a website, and this could be bullshit, and you can tell me if these are bullshit. But it's going to be a quiz. We're all going to learn together.
right.
These are Irish slang words and phrases according to Smartling.com, whatever the hell that is. Not a sponsor.
Go to them.com/.
All right.
Valleycast.
Have you ever utilized or heard the phrase "she's peeled"?
No.
She's peeled. Describes a broken object. I'd like to go to the pub, but we can't take my car. She's peeled.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Okay, well,
I don't
this
know.
is
That could be
going.
a southern one. There's,
Keep going.
there's a lot of differences.
You know what? This isn't.
That's
fun
a big
for me.
one. No,
I'm
no,
gonna
keep
let
it.
you look. And
Crack.
You tell us.
That's a big one. Crack. Good crack.
CRAIC.
Do you say that? It's
No.
good crack.
I mean, only when I'm utilizing it and getting high.
Yeah. No.
I mean, yeah,
Only when
yeah.
I need to disappear for a while, transcend.
Yeah. If something's good crack, it's good fun. So,
So
you
it's
say
like
it's
a
good
good
crack.
time.
Oh yeah, you say it's good crack.
So somebody might say, like, if they went over to Ireland and had been there and acclimated to the culture a little bit, but they were also a crackhead, a sentence they might say is, I had a good crack with the crack.
With crack.
With crack, I had good crack with crack. Yeah, you could say that.
I
yeah,
guess you wouldn't
yeah.
say you had a good crack. You said I had a crack.
I don't say I have a good crack. That's
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, you say if I had a good time, the good time is associated with the word crack. So you would say, I had a crack.
Yeah, or the crack's great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The crack's great.
Ooh, me and the boys are heading out for a crack. I like that. We should utilize that.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's going to make people think we are the worst.
That's
Yeah.
a very common one. I'm, by the way, as you're reading through, I'm going to go to Northern Irish because that's the ones I know better.
I'm going to just keep this in front of you in case you see one.
Do
Yeah.
you ever feel offended at the stereotypes regarding Irish people? Do you ever feel like the whole Irish people, they drink a lot and they get angry and like all that. Do you feel that? Do you feel are you sensitive to that?
Sensitive to, I mean, it's true. I think you know what I mean? It's like
If you just had a bottle of like something and just drank it right no, it's fine.
we live up
do you
to
get
it.
upset when people say Irish people have 2 legs and 2 arms?
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
it's
makes
true.
'cause it's true.
It's true. We usually have bad teeth. That's true. I had bad teeth, and then I came to America, and everyone had straight teeth, and so I did Invisalign. You know Invisalign?
I did. Not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
Sounds
Yeah.
like
But it's like my teeth were like a graveyard. And then all you guys with your perfect teeth. So I got Invisalign, and it's like 22 braces, and they
Yeah.
straighten your teeth. And then if I ever go back to Ireland, I can just reverse the whole procedure because I've got all 22. 'Cause,
I got a hammer. I'll reverse it in a
yeah,
second.
yeah. I
It's
couldn't go
totally
back with
fine.
these. It'd be too much. Here's some Buck Egypt. Do you know what that would be?
Buck Egypt.
Buck Egypt.
Buck Egypt.
What do you think
No.
a Buck Egypt is?
Every word that I don't understand and you say it towards somebody else, I always think is like demeaning.
Yeah.
So if
Buck
you said
Egypt.
Buck Egypt, like an idiot, I would think of
Yes,
dunce.
that's it. And I've used the term Buck Egypt a couple of times. I
Sounds
think
like
it might-
Egypt.
Big,
Egypt's
big
a
Egypt.
It's like
an
almost-
Egypt, also an Egypt. You
It
can say
almost
an
sounds
Egypt.
like fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Buck Egypt.
Egypt, yeah.
Right.
And we, well, you obviously know that for small. We use we all the time.
We, like we like oh yeah,
We, a
like,
wee
that's
thing, a
let's
wee
have a
thing.
wee crack.
Ooh, what's courting?
Courting is going out with somebody. You're
Oh,
courting.
you just
Courting.
You
You're
still say
dating.
that?
You're dating. Well, you say courting, but it's like it's more a slang, but courting. Yeah. Boggin. Boggin.
Boggin. Boggin.
Something's boggin.
Something's boggin. Something is slow. Something's behind.
No, disgusting, ugly.
Oh.
You're boggin.
Oh.
Boggin.
Oh.
Boggin as in like a bog.
No, I didn't have a crack with her. She was boggin.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Dude, it's like you're from Ireland.
Did you hear my
It was
accent?
It is
unbelievable.
eerie. It is eerie.
Have you heard acting the maggot?
No, that must be a southern one, acting the maggot.
What's going on in the South, Pete?
Yeah,
Why
it's
are
different.
they saying that kind of stuff?
Elliot, what do you think acting the maggot is?
it sounds like you are acting the fool.
I tried being nice, but she was
Acting
acting the
a fool.
maggot.
Yeah.
Being a jerk.
Yeah.
Up to high do.
Up to high do?
You're up to high do.
I'm up to high do.
Do. Do.
Do. D-O-H. I'm
You're up to
sorry.
high do.
I don't
Did you
know.
see it? Did you see
No.
it?
What do you think it means? Oh, yeah, it's D-O-H.
I think it means. What is it again?
You're up to high do. I'm up to high do.
I saw it.
Shenanigans.
Very excited.
I'm
like,
yeah.
I'm up to high do. I'm like, it's great.
Up to high do.
Up to
I'm
high
up to
do.
high do.
If you said that to me, I would be like, what? I would make fun of you for that one for sure.
Is that yeah? I would like that's an old one. You wouldn't hear that very much.
Yeah, oh, really? Yeah.
What about banjaxed? You're banjaxed.
I don't know. I don't like the eye contact. You made
Whoa.
the way you seamlessly went into the next
Oh,
one.
my God. I hope this one's real. I hope this one's for you. What does it mean when someone is plugged?
For our listeners, Joe just got the most maniacal look on his face.
This is my new favorite thing, and I wish I had it 10 years ago.
I don't know that one.
Plugged, according to this website, means pregnant.
That's great.
They left off when I told them she's plugged by the pub owner's son.
They
I've never heard that one.
Plugged.
Congratulations on getting plugged.
How long have I been plugged, doctor? Could you give me an estimate?
Banjaxed.
Well, when did you go out with the bartender's son?
Only once, long ago. How did you know it was the bartender's son?
Wow.
You can tell
I
that?
own a bar.
Ah.
No,
Sorry, what
it's-
would you just say, Peter?
Banjaxed.
Banjaxed, drunk.
Kind of, or messed up, or yeah, you're banjaxed. So you could say you're banjaxed if you'd wrecked your leg. If you'd be like, oh, my leg's banjaxed.
Ah, These are so
Yeah.
much more
That's
fun
fun.
than the things that we say.
I wonder if what would we say that you think is cool, Pete? What do we say what do you like about us?
Yeah.
What do we do?
See, what I'm like the thing with you Americans is your movies are everywhere, so we know all of your
Yeah.
stuff. It's like it's
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of
good
the
movies.
colloquialism. Yeah, see, America is everywhere. So I felt I was when I first moved to LA. I felt like I was in Grand Theft Auto, like because my experience of LA had been playing that game when I was
Playing
younger.
the LA version
Yeah.
of Grand Theft
So
Auto.
you have American visions of things, American words. So I'm trying to think what
I know.
phrases.
I'm trying to think what I specifically say that's like actually
Yeah, what do you
like
say?
like a phrase. But I feel like I'm not that creative.
Yeah,
in
I
my,
don't
like,
have any.
everyday.
I wish I did. I wish I was. I'd have more fun with it. Same with like nicknames. I don't have nicknames for friends. I don't use those flourishing phrases, but I wish I did.
If you did have a nickname for Elliott, what would it be? Like genuinely,
genuinely,
even if it's like a nasty one.
Especially
Please, if it's a nasty one, yeah.
Like
Yep.
soggy biscuit.
Yeah.
no, I think like when it'd be something along the line because like this is the type of stuff that I think of when before I call. I'm like, yeah, I gotta call that nasty piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm known as, the
yeah.
nasty piece of shit. That's me, everybody.
That's the new nickname. That's good. I like
Elliott,
it. I like
nasty
it.
piece of shit, Morgan.
Yeah, I get L. I get L. a
L,
lot.
you get L.
Yeah, and I like that. I don't mind L. It is weird though. It's very like I didn't pick that. I didn't ask anybody to ever call me L. I think Lee was the first person to call me L back in like 2002, I think, when we first started SourceFed. But yeah, I like L, but L is
But
a
it never
cool-
caught on. Did it catch on?
Yeah,
oh,
people
it has
does.
caught on. Oh, yeah.
A lot, yeah. It's to the point where when it happened, it's like kind of endearing now. When it's like I count it as something that people who are close to me tend to call me. And then my parents call me Eli.
Ooh, weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
I
like
don't
a
like that.
biblical
Different
name.
name.
It's like
Mhm.
a.
Will you tell your parents to stop calling you that for me?
It sounds like
yeah,
a cult.
I really don't get it. It does
It
sound.
sounds like
that.
culty.
And
Mr. and Mrs. Morgan, knock it off.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom will hear this. She's gonna
It sounds
laugh.
like a joke, but I'm serious.
We are entirely crowd-funded for the most part, with the exception of these sponsors on the podcast right now, and the exception of the $40 we're making on YouTube right now. So if you would like to become a supporter of this venture that we're doing, we would appreciate it. It's at patreon.com/thevalleyfolk. Something I think that you mentioned at the top, Joe, that we don't talk about a lot is small amounts are incredibly helpful, and it's really about building a community of people, and it's not about we are obviously trying to gain financial security, but at the same time, we're also trying to build a large number of human beings that we can go to who are our first source. And so if you'd like to do that, you can go to patreon.com/thevalleyfolk.
Yeah, we're gonna finish up here, and the three of us we're gonna go get steaming. know what that means?
Yeah, you get
know what
drunk.
that
Yep.
means? Yep. It's,
Really?
It's,
yeah.
yeah.
Are
We have
you
lots
for
of
real?
like
Ready to get
lots of
drinking?
words for drinking.
And we're gonna have a bunch of conversation and hopefully not get too raging.
Oh yeah, too angry. Yeah,
Too
raging.
angry?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Oh, these are better. You've looked up the.
when we
Belfast.
are tired of each other, maybe we'll just take a little gander out the windy.
That one got him.
That means window, everybody.
Oh, does it?